It's darLA. Yeah.
Hi, welcome to episode 2.
I figured that if Salvation Mountain was good enough for the movie Into the Wild, it was good enough for my episode. So this is a pretty amazing place. Come with me for a minute. First of all, read this and be reminded that that is true whether you live in Baltimore or LA or Chicago or Dallas. Well, we're supposed to be talking about resumes today. So I've got some great information for you on that. You're going to feel like $1,000,000 after I tell you all about it. But did you know that we're all either co-stars or guest stars out here? How incredible is that? An amateur puppet team that I directed in DC posted on YouTube their show about 5 years ago. It got 1 million hits on its own. But then Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs reposted it recently. It got 3.5 million views in 1 week. That's a bunch of kids doing a puppet show. What can you do? Look what this guy did. Obviously, some people have a very strong calling on their life on what they're supposed to be doing for 40 years of their life. For the rest of us, we may have to take it more step at a time. All he had was paint, mud, plaster, and he built something beautiful for visitors from all over the world to come to. And if you have trouble getting paid for your work in LA, you can always come out here to Slab City. Look at the crowd you will attract. And there has indeed been some A-list talent on this stage. Thank you, thank you. I love you too, Slab City. Rock on! But now back to the serious topic of how to best handle the work that you did get paid for and did receive credit for. This is my resume for the DC area. And this is my resume that's been manager approved for the LA area. There's a lot of differences. A lot more white space on the LA one. That's because all stage work and all extra work has been deleted for LA. There's television and film together here that's been separated on the LA one. But you see there, meeting moderator, Democratic strategist, crying woman, Stephanie Egan. Over here, that's been changed to co-star or guest star, and they also want to see who directed it. So, you may ask, how do you distinguish between a co-star role and a guest star role? Well, that's a very good question. In fact, I've tried to Google the answer, and it's still not clear. I had one assistant to a casting director say, well, if it's 5 lines or under, it's co-star. If it's over that, it's a guest star. How I wish that was true, but that doesn't sound entirely accurate to me. I had another casting director say, well, if you work 1 day on the set, that's co-star. If you work 3 days, it's guest star. So what about the 2-day job? Then finally, another person explained, well, it's whatever your agent negotiated as far as the rolling of the credits at the end. But in the Washington-Baltimore area, most adults don't have an agent to negotiate. We just have some very nice casting directors. So that doesn't really help. So you'll have to decide whether the credits you have are co-star or guest star and label them as best you can. By the way, if you have a couple of good credits from Maryland or Baltimore area or DC, then there are good credits out here too. There's not a lot of shows that film in that area, but House of Cards, The Wire, Homicide, all those are very well respected no matter what the market. So covet those credits and be glad you got them. It's darLA. Yeah.